Hello everyone, and I welcome you all for today's video on coding and controls. You might have learned in school that computers and electronics require code to run, right? Let's understand what is a code. A code is a set of instructions given to a computer or electronics and how it should operate. For example, if Arduino is the brain of the robot, the code is like the commands on how the brain should work. In this video, let's understand on how to control the automated greenhouse using codes. So let's get into the video. Before starting the projects, we need to get a few things ready with us. For example, you need a system or a laptop, whatever you might have, and you're going to require the automated greenhouse which we built in the previous experiments. So once you have that, make sure that you have a measuring jar and it is filled to the brim with some water. So the pump shouldn't turn on by itself without any water, so make sure you have it filled. After purchasing the Agribotics kit, you might have received a small file in your email address. This is a zip file which contains all the codes which is required for the automated greenhouse. So kindly download these files to your computer. Once you have that, we can go ahead and start building the automated greenhouse. If you don't know how to download the files in your email address, you can always reach out to your instructor, or else you can ask your parents' help on how to download it. If you're still having problems on getting the files, you can always reach out to us and we'll be happy to help you out. Once you have the files downloaded to your computer, this is what you see. Newton box Agribotics. So what you need to do is you have to right click on this file. This is a zip file and you have to click on extract all. Once you do that, you will see a small pop-up asking you where to extract. So just click on the same folder what we have, or else just click on simple extract. Once you do that, it will take some few seconds and you can see there is a folder known as Newton box Agribotics. Inside that you can see there is a lot of codes available. You notice here Agribotics code, Agribotics overall test codes, CHD install window and DHT. So let's learn what are these codes individually. So now what we're going to do is we're going to upload a test program to the automated greenhouse to check if all the components and every connections that we have done is working perfectly. So let's go into the video, in which if you see here there is something called Agribotics code and there is another one called Agribotics overall code. Just double click and open the folder. Okay, once you're inside, and you can see there is like a file, Arduino file inside here. Just double click it to open. Just wait for a few while. Once the file is open, the first thing we have to do is we're going to install a library. A library is like a set of codes which is required for running any kind of component. Think of that as like a software which we need to install for a printer to work. So it's pretty much the same, but it's going to be like a little bit more program into it. So to do that, first thing you have to do is you have to go to the top bar here, and can you see something called sketch? Just click on that, and once you have that, just scroll down slowly to something called include library. This is where we're going to add the library to the program. And once you're here, you're going to scroll down again once more and click on add.zip library. Click on it and it's going to open a small pop-up. Once you're here, you have to navigate to the same folder where you have extracted all the files. So for me, it's on the desktop. So I'm going to go to desktop. I'm going to go to Agribotics, and inside Newton box Agribotics, you can see there is something called dht.lib. So just click on that and I'm going to click on open. After uploading, you can see it says that it is already uploaded. Since I have already installed it, it is showing me an error, but for you it might show a different message saying that it is already uploaded. So once you're here, our codes are ready and we need to upload it. But how do you connect the computer and the automated greenhouse? That's the part. Okay, to do this, we're going to require something called a serial cable. So in your kit, you will find this small serial monitor cable. So you can see it has two connectors on both sides. So the one side we have to connect to the computer, and the other one we're going to connect it to the Arduino. So let's do the connection. Once you have the connection done, so as you can see here on the top left corner, there is like a small arrow, right? Just go here and just click on upload. It's going to take some time, like for compiling the sketches. Once it's done, it's going to say sketch uploaded. Just hold on for a while. Okay, as you can see, I've already clicked on the small arrow and it should have uploaded, but there's like a small error here which says COM6 is not selected. So this is a very common problem in Arduino. To do this, there's nothing like very hard. You just have to go to tools and scroll down to something called ports here. And as you can see, the port which has like COM3, COM4, COM5, you can have any number of things, but there will be a small bracket inside it saying that Arduino UNO. Just click on that and you're going to click on upload once more. So this is a very common problem when it is happening. It's like just asking you which port that we need to upload the program. So it's pretty common. Once it's done, Okay, you're going to see a message called done uploading. Once the program is uploaded, you're going to require another component which is known as the adapter. So you can find this in your kit. This is what we're going to connect to the shield for the power supply for the entire automated greenhouse. So you're going to connect it to a power supply, the one end. On the other end, if you see, it is like this big connector, you're going to insert it directly to the automated greenhouse on the shield. So please don't connect it to the Arduino, please connect it to the shield. And once you're done, you can notice that the light turns on and turns off with one interval gap. Yep, 1 and 2. Now the fan is going to, both of the fans are going to turn on. Both of the fans are turned on and turned off, and you can hear a small click like turning on and turning off. This is the relay module turning on and turning off by itself. So we have not connected an external power supply for the motor by now. Once we do that, you can see the pump is also turning on and turning off. If the fans and the lights are turning on and off properly, which means all the connection and everything is working perfectly. Now let's check on the sensors perspective and see if it's working correctly. So for that, you have to go to your computer again, and on the top right side you can see there is like a small icon like a magnifying glass. Just click on that once, and when you do that, you can see a series of commands popping up. Yeah, you can see the fan on is turning on and turning off, the pump turning on and turning off, and the LDR value, the moisture value, and the temperature of the room is maintained at 30 degrees Celsius. So again, it's going to loop it again and again, so that you can check like light is on, light is off, turning on the light on again, light off again, the fan off and off. And now I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to place my hand in front of the LDR sensor, and if I do that, you should see the value of LDR go from 0 to 1. Let's see if that is happening. Since it's very dark, it's going to show the value 1, and as you can see the value 1 popping up over there. That means if the automatic greenhouse receives a value of 1, the LED will automatically turn on. Now we're going to check out the moisture value. You can see the value is 0 over there, and we're going to check it by just removing the moisture out of the pot. Just take it out. You can see the moisture value also changing to 1, which means there is no water inside the pot. So after the test program, we know that all the electronics component as well as the sensor are working fine. And now let's upload the Agribotics code and finish the entire project. So for that, you have to go again to the folder once more. You have to click on Agribotics folder. You have to go into the Agribotics code here, and you have to click on the top one here, Agribotics code. Just double click on it, and it is going to take some time to open the folder. This is the Agribotics entire program. So this is going to completely automate our entire greenhouse here, as you can see, and this is the entire code. I'm just going to scroll down once. So please don't make any changes here as of now. So in the next videos, we are going to learn on how to change the values and how to control it properly. But as of now, please don't make any changes here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the top again once more and just click on upload. Once the code is uploaded, we need to do one more thing. We need to get our 9-volt battery, which looks like this, and with the adapter. I hope you can see this properly. So what you have to do is we're going to connect this to the relay by now. The reason why we didn't connect it before is that we don't want the water to be spilled out everywhere, so that there is a lot of electronics here. So once the code is uploaded, fine and everything, you can just connect it, then the pump will turn on automatically. So I'm just going to connect it to the relay module on the top here. And it is done. My moisture value is at 0, so there is no need for me to turn on the pump as of now. So I'm going to take off the moisture probe right now, and once I do that, you can see the pump value turns on to 1. Yep, and the motor starts pumping out. Now I'm going to check out the LDR sensor. So I'm going to just turn off the lights here, and you can see the UV lamp automatically turning on here. Cool, right? So now your entire greenhouse is like self-sustainable by itself, and if the plant requires water, it just takes the water by itself, and if there is no proper sunlight, the UV lamp automatically turns on by itself. And you can measure the temperature whenever you want by using the serial monitor cable, and you can just go ahead to your computer and have a look at it. In the next video, I'm going to show you on how to make changes in the program, and you can like adjust the automatic greenhouse for your specification, like turning on and turning off the fan for a specific temperature, as well as turning on, turning off the pump and all this kind of stuff. I hope you had fun building this entire automatic greenhouse, and I know it's been like a big journey from the start to finish. So once this automatic greenhouse is done, all you need to do is do nothing. So you just need to keep it somewhere where there is proper power supply and there is proper water supply. Once you do that, the plant just grows by itself. Within like a few weeks, you can see the results. And I hope you had fun building this. Once the plant starts growing, I want you to take a video of that and you can send it to us in newtonbox.com, and we'll be more than happy to post it in our website and our YouTube pages. So I'll see you in the next video.